When I see all the creators in the bag world, aka the bag-fluencers, get a free bag from a brand, I tend to question, is this bag truly that great, or is it just because everyone who got it for free? So much like I did for my Sangwon review, I purchased a bag myself, this time from Rsvp Paris, just to see, does this French brand live up to its hype? And if you're new here, my name is Elaine, and on my channel, I like to talk about bags from mid-range to vintage luxury. And today I'm going to be talking about Rsvp Paris. So this is not my first Rsvp Paris review. I sort of did one, I lumped it in with my Demelier review. That one, I talked about suede. So I compared Demelier, Rsvp Paris, and Quince suede bags. And I have to say Demelier lost on that one. Quince kind of won on that one because the suede on that was really nice. But Rsvp Paris, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I really question brands that give out a lot of free bags because, I know it's part of their marketing, but everybody loves it, but everybody got it for free. But when I did get that bucket bag, I did see how well made it was. Construction was great. Materials was good. It was just really heavy and not a functional bag for me. So when I saw this Batman bag come out for spring, I actually did pre-order this back in the winter, I think like November, December, quite a while ago, and it was supposed to be shipped in April. It is now March, so they did get it ahead of schedule. And as you can see, I already have my key charms on here, and I already also have my stuff inside. So I've been using it and testing it out for the last several days. I feel confident enough to give a review on it, so let's dive in. All right, so first off, I have to say when I first opened the box, it smelled really nice. It still smells really nice. Yeah, it has that beautiful leather smell, which honestly, when I unboxed my Hermes bag a couple months ago, that did not even have a leather smell. That was a Togo leather. Yeah, didn't smell like leather at all. This one, I can tell it is made out of beautiful quality leather. It is chrome tanned, so it does give it sort of that suppleness here. As you can see, it's really nice. I did some research. It's from a Tuscan tannery, and it is made of Italian calf skin. And I'm pretty sure these were made in Italy. Yes, made in Italy. The bag itself is just one thick strap, which is really nice. I'll go over it in a little bit. And then this is the shape of the bag. Here's the side. So it has two pockets here, quite small. So I'm not sure what you could fit, maybe a lip product. And then inside is a curved zipper, and it's lined with twill, so like a cotton canvas. And there is one large flat pocket, a little bit bigger than a card pocket. Could it hold my wallet? Yeah, it could hold my wallet. It's not ideal though because my wallet's so large, but it's a fairly substantial pocket. It could fit quite a bit. Oh, and the bottom, there's no feet, but it just says Rsvp Paris. Maybe strips would have been nice of, leather to for it to rest on, but I guess they really wanted to put Rsvp on the bottom, so they prioritized that. Oh, I should also mention when I did open that box, even though there's no interior box, it was just a cardboard box, it was packed very well. Something I would see out of Poland or, even Hermes. It basically nestled in rolls of tissue paper. So it was really well packaged. And if you're still watching and you have seen some of my other videos in the past, I would kindly ask you consider subscribing since it really helps support this channel. Thank you. Okay, so what I like about this bag, first and foremost, is this strap. So this is a very nice thick strap. There's not going to be any excess pressure on your shoulder because it's a thin strap, and it's almost infinitely adjustable. So as you can see, right now I have it on a very short shoulder length. I think it's great. Very comfortable over my shoulder. Also, the strap is wide enough. It doesn't slip off my shoulder. I have no issues of it falling off. And it's also very comfortable tucked under my arm because of this crescent shape. So the top part here is quite thin. So there's no bulk really. So there's no need for me to push it to the back. I can just keep it here, and it's very comfortable. As I was saying, this strap is almost infinitely adjustable, and so you can make it into a crossbody bag. There are so many holes here. The actual range that they say is 50 to 102 centimeters. Basically, you just slide the strap over. So this is probably the end of it. Yeah, and voila, very, very long crossbody bag. I've yet to wear it as a crossbody. I'm really more into the shoulder carry length. And then I also do like, I don't know if you can see it here, no, I'll just take it off. I like their hardware here that they chose to use. It, you know, one is covered by the strap. So if you have it dangling like on this side, you can't even really see it. You know, it's kind of covered by it. And then also it's just a very simple looking clasp. Pop it in. It also swivels. So of course you don't have to worry about the orientation when you clip it in. The actual capacity of this bag. So since I already have things in it, I'll just take it out. But I have my wallet, sunglasses, mom pouch, sunscreen, new sunscreen. It's a Korean sunscreen today, lip balm, and hand sanitizer. And I probably fit more, so I'll throw it all back in for now. Let me see if I can also fit a water bottle. Water bottle, ooh, let's see, might not fit. So, note to self, it will not fit with a water bottle with my large wallet. So I guess if I had my Calvi, so if I switched out to a Calvi or a card case, I know I can definitely fit it in now. Let's see. Oh yeah. Ooh, a little tight, but yes, it fits. All right. So I guess if you want to carry a big wallet and also a water bottle, you would need to go the next size up. So this is the small Batman. Did I even say the name Batman? Yeah, so this is the small Batman, and there is a medium one. So let's see if the Calvi fits in the pockets here. Probably not. It looks a little shallow. Yeah, so it does not fit the Calvi, but let's see if it fits my AirPods. So I do have a case on it though. Yes, it does fit. So case and all, it does fit. I'm sure it fits even better without the case, but I just like to leave it on. So I'm sure this is meant for like AirPods or maybe even, you know, parking valet tickets, things that you don't want to have to rummage around for, something small. I guess I wonder if my hand sanitizer would fit. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fit. Yeah, I mean, yes, but no. But anyways, so that is the small Batman, fits the essentials. I'll put the weight here, and the dimensions are 7 by 11 by, I don't know, it doesn't say on the website, but that looks like what? 3 to 4 inches. But you know, it does narrow up top, so capacity isn't uniform all the way through. Let's see, the medium one is a little bit bigger. It's 8 by 11. The medium one is $545. This one is $440, so it's about $100 less. I did also find a promo code just randomly on Google, so I was able to get it for $407, which I think is a really, really good price for this quality and design. I think 400 is sort of where Poland kind of started. Of course, they've gone up since then. I'm actually fairly happy with the price, and I think the value is good. I would say the only thing that I was a little worried about, and it's, you know, not perfect, it's not terrible, is the zipper. So when it's zipped, it looks great, of course, but when it's unzipped, there is a little bit of wrinkling. That's gonna also come over time anyway, because you're stretching out that zipper part, especially when I'm trying to stuff in that water bottle. So this is Hermes Swift. Of course, it's not gonna be exactly the same, but it is a smooth leather, and I would say quality is pretty good, you know. Last but not least, the name is called Batman, but the design is inspired by the headrest of vintage Mercedes cars, and so I took a snapshot. So you can see here, this is what it looks like. This is what this bag looks like. It does look very similar to a headrest. Yeah, I mean, it works. Yeah, I do like this design. It also kind of reminds me of a smaller version of Le Maire's croissant, you know, probably because of these lines. It's like a boat-like, croissant-like bag. For $440, I think it is a really good deal. Side note about Rsvp Paris, when I was blogging, I actually was offered one of those bags, those little beady-eyed bags. That was their whole design language back then. I personally didn't love it, but I was very curious about this brand because I've heard a lot about it. And so the one they were offering, I think it was a Munchkin, it was like very small. So I was like, well, do you have the Duo, which was a little bit bigger? And then they're like, oh, we only have it in metallic colors. And so I was like, oh, I'll wait for, you know, regular colors to come out, and then basically just ghosted me, which I get, you know, it's like I'm a small time blogger and then I was asking a lot. And, you know, I also wasn't going to promote the one they wanted to promote. So it kind of left a little, you know, a little bad taste in my mouth about Rsvp Paris. So when I did buy my first Rsvp Paris bag, I did buy it through eBay. And that's when I was like, you know what, the quality isn't bad. It's just that bag wasn't for me. I did sell it back on eBay for a little bit of a loss, but that's okay. But this time around, I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy it directly from the brand, especially since this bag does interest me. And if I didn't like it, I was going to return it, you know, so then I wouldn't be at a loss. But, you know, turns out I like it. I'm keeping it. I think construction is good, design is good, the leather choice is good. It is on the smaller end, so if you do want to fit a water bottle and have a bigger capacity, there's also the medium, which also has the same capability to become a shoulder or crossbody bag. I really like the design of the strap. I think the strap is a good choice of also the width. Like I said, it stays on my shoulder. I mean, these pockets are fairly useless, but I can live with it. I wouldn't really put my AirPods in there. But it's a cute little addition, and you know, of course, every bag is numbered, so that's kind of a nice touch. I mean, it's still mass produced, but feels a little more exclusive, right? Anyways, I think that's it. If you have any questions about the bag, please pop them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.